Hi, this is Mrs. Knopf, and today we are going to continue working in our method book on the clarinet with line 34, London Bridge. Before we start, I need to point out what I really like about this method book. On every page or every other page, there's a fingering chart dedicated to the notes on that page. And we have a new note. So our first note on this page is the second space A. And on the clarinet, you only press this front toggle key, and that makes your A sound. Then we have our G on the second line, that's concert F. You don't press anything down, you don't cover any holes. Then for F on the first space, which is concert E flat, you just cover the thumb hole in the back. First line E, which is concert D, you add the first finger to the top hole in the front, and with the back hole, that's your E. For the D, which is concert C, one space below the staff, just add the next finger, so thumb 1, 2. And finally, the C, one ledger line below the staff, that's concert B flat, add the next finger, so it's thumb 1, 2, 3. And so now I'm going to move so we can see the music, and we're going to go through and look for patterns. So as always, we start with the treble clef. Then we have our time signature of 4/4 time. The top number tells us the number of beats per measure. The bottom number gives us the value of the whole note, even when we don't have a whole note. We can still figure out the value of everything else. So if we had a whole note that got 4 beats, half of a whole is a half of 4 is 2, so the half notes get 2 beats. Then a half of a half is a quarter, half of 2 is 1, so the quarter notes and quarter rest get 1 beat each. So now let's go through and see what notes we have. In the first measure, we have 4 quarter notes. We start with open G, go up to second space A, front toggle key, back to the G, thumb F, then in the next measure, E, F, half note G. If you compare to the second line, the first 2 measures are the same. So measure 3, we're going to change things up. We're going to go to the D, thumb 1, 2, and walk our way up to the E, then a half note F, and then the same pattern starting on the E, thumb in 1, F, and then open G. So that's measures 3 and 4. We don't need to go over 5 and 6 again because we already did that in the first 2 measures. Now measure 7, we have a half note D, thumb 1, 2, skip up to a half note G, which is open, nothing is down, and then we have an arpeggio coming down, E, thumb in 1, and then add 2 more fingers for the half note C, thumb 1, 2, 3. And then we end on a quarter rest. I'm going to adjust my camera so you can see my fingers a little bit better. And hopefully you can see well enough. We're going to use lots of air. We're going to start each note with a T sound. And I hope you can play along with London Bridge. Here we go. 1, 2, ready. And that's it for line 34 on the clarinet, London Bridge. I hope this has been helpful. I hope you're able to keep up and play along. And as always, if you need to slow things down so that you can be more successful, always take it at your pace. And then always strive to take it up to speed. But I hope this helps, and we'll see you next time.